Royalty, a must and death before dishonor, yeah.
One is in their seat here in the arena as the Suns look to grab a hometown win in Phoenix. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss to Sacramento. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jones is out there with Parker. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. And Kyrie Irving very steady with the ball in his hands. Not a lot of turnovers for a player who handles the ball as much as he does.
Yeah, I mean, he makes great reads. Pick and roll, drives, kicks. He keeps his dribble low, but sometimes he has his dribble high. He's great at the pocket passes, great off pick and rolls, great at screens, and can space the field.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Here's Green. And Jones sends it back. That's a 2 from Barnes. And Valanciunas pulls it down. And it's the Suns with the ball. 4-point game. And Green gets it to go.
Too good at squaring up from mid-range. You can't let Draymond have that.
Irving against Levine. Pistons passing it around. And it's Connaughton missing.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
Phoenix with the ball after the basket by Detroit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Valanciunas. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Valanciunas has got his first points of the game. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Barnes comes to help. Here's Levine. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And it's all knotted up.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Back to Irving. There's the pass to Connaughton. The 3. Drains the three-pointer. Connaughton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And the way Irving scores, that's what you're thinking defensively. Then he beats you with the pass. Well, you know what this Suns team wants to do when they go up against you? They are looking to get out in the open floor and get easy baskets off transition. One of the best teams in the league when it comes to capitalizing on the break.
And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, pretty obvious over the back call there, but being out of position, that was really the only option.
He went for it. I'll give him that. Showing some fight on the boards, even if it's not the smartest play in the world.
Valanciunas, good. And in general, this Suns team looks to push the tempo, Greg, and play at a very high pace whenever they can.
You know, if you look over the history of the franchise, they've always been at their best when they've played that style. The Suns and that running gun mentality just seem to go hand in hand. And I think also it happens to work well with the athletes that are presently on this roster.
To the right side. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line. And that sends Draymond Green to the free throw line. It's on Jabari Parker. Phoenix shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
I mean, just the ultimate glue guy. Green's strongest asset may be his ability to contribute across the board.
Out to Parker. Barnes outside. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Irving dishes to Barnes. Pass to Connaughton. Irving up top. He's covered by Clarkson. Detroit, no good that time either.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
Here's Connaughton. Back to Irving. Barnes kicks to Irving. To the paint. Here's Parker. Green with the block.
Like a jaguar looking for his next meal. Draymond pouncing on the attempted shot.
And the dunk by Parker.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Now, here's Clarkson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Kicks it to Parker. Outside Irving. Parker passes to Connaughton. And here's Barnes for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out. He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling.
Parker. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Levine.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Good movement there. And the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Dishes it to Parker. And another 3 for Detroit.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage. He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
It's all tied in Phoenix. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition as always. Well, Chris, NBA players will go around to every arena at least once in a season. Does each arena have its own feel and look? And how does that impact players when they play on the floor? A depth perception from the basket to the last row. They've told me that every building feels different. Is that true?
Yeah, every building does feel different, but because every player is different, you know, it just depends on which guy and which arena. You know, I used to love Portland because it was dark in Portland and it felt warm in there. I don't know why. I mean, I can't really even explain that well, but I used to love playing in Portland. And I know some guys that have an arena that is bright, or they just love getting there, or maybe they just love that city. So a lot of times, I tell you what arena I really loved, and it was the first time I went to Boston Garden, because I just sat and I stretched on the floor probably for the longest of any game, because I sat there and I touched the parquet floor and I got to look up at all the banners, and I, you know, kind of reading the banners there and who played there and what year they won, and tried to remember that team. And so in some arenas it's just special because who's performed there, who's been there before you, and so every arena has a different feel.
That's a great answer. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Clarkson is out there with Zach LaVine. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post. Agreed. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. Screened by Parker. Crabbe, that's for 2. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night. Clarkson dishes to Green. But they'll get another chance. Clarkson with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Here's Green. Detroit with the rebound.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Clarkson against Irving. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
And just think about this. Kyrie Irving in his single season at Duke, he only played 11 games. He was limited to 11 games. Still, he was the #1 overall pick. That's just game. And then he justified it winning Rookie of the Year. Incredible.
LaVine wide open. Nice spin off the left rim and in. LaVine's got 6.
Excellent setup by Clarkson. I mean, hits his teammate where he could do something with it.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Parker's shot is off. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Parker against Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Irving kicks to Barnes. No good with the triple.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Shot on the wing. Misses off the left iron.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Parker outside. Passes to Irving. Crabbe from long range. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Crabbe's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's just outstanding awareness from Irving right there. Remarkable at finding his guys when they're wide open.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And a key part of Allen Crabbe's development is growth as a defender.
Well, and a 6'11" wingspan. I mean, he's had to work to get stronger. Now with the shooting, he's a player who can contribute offensively and defensively.
Phoenix making some changes. Adebayo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal. And Curry subbed in for Clarkson. Detroit also making some changes. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Allen Crabbe. Ingles can't get it to go. Detroit's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Phoenix on defense. Trailing by 2. Irving passes to Connaughton. Irving dishes to Bullock. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Connaughton. And another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Here's Adebayo. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Adebayo's got his first points of the night.
just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. They kick it out to Green. And Curry has it in the corner. They double-team Curry. Green, no luck.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
Outside Irving. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:09 left here in the second. Parker with no one around. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And it's a 9-point Piston lead.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Curry setting the pick for Levine. Outside Curry. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
Solid pick to create that opening. Soft touch on the jumper.
Curry with the steal.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Exactly. You still want a decent look, because if you miss, the strategy doesn't help you.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Detroit making a switch. Pistons leading by 5. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the wide open shot from Collison. And it's off from three-point range. Curry wide open. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 5 now. For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Collison's shot is good.
The three-point shooting of Collison is huge. It really stretches out the floor for the rest of his teammates.
Levine kicks to Curry. With 1 on the clock. And Jones sends it back. And the first... Here we go now, the start of the third. Suns trail by 5.
And when you look at what the Pistons have done, pretty clear, this is a team that has a vision of who they want to be. Strong defensively, really good at rebounding the basketball, and I think deliberate and patient on the offensive side of the floor.
On the court for the Pistons, we've got Irving. Jabari Parker is out there with Jones. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Adebayo. Here's Irving. The shot missing. The Suns go the other way with it.
Going the other way.
And with the Pistons, this has been the identity the team has been aiming for under Stan Van Gundy. It's taken shape, but has yet, Greg, to produce big results.
I think it's because they've just always been 1 or 2 pieces short of making that next jump. I think the conference has gotten stronger, and while their best players are really good, I don't think they're quite at that elite level yet to allow this group to take that next step.
And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Curry. Back to Irving. 4 on the shot clock. Phoenix grabs the miss. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Levine. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Levine's got the lead up to 2 now for Phoenix. The pass to Connaughton. Back to Irving. Pass to Connaughton. Will it go? New 24-second clock for Detroit. Irving with a clean look. Buried from 15 feet out. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Pistons. Green left side. Back to Levine. Valanciunas dishes to Levine. Curry kicks to Valanciunas. That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Irving. Again, Irving missing.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Some changes for Phoenix. O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Chalmers in for Seth Curry. Connaughton kicks to Irving. Launches a 3. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Jones with the screen on Chalmers. And on the way from Irving for 3. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And Phoenix making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And Chris, when you played, what did you always appreciate from your front court mate?
Wow, defense. Someone that could help defensively, someone that could help on the boards, and I was really lucky to play with some great passers. And Juwan Howard, when I was with him in Washington, probably the best passing big man I played with, and then Vlade Divac. I mean, being able to play with those guys, I really appreciated their passing because they make it easy for me.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. In addition, to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Adebayo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Channing Frye's subbed in for Draymond Green. Alan Crabb is checked in for the Pistons. Good on the three-point shot. Parker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Chalmers pass to Frye. The feed to Clarkson. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
And it's blocked. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success. And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
If you ask me, Irving has quickly ascended into one of the league's best players. I mean, a fast, lethal point guard with a beautiful jump shot. What else can you ask for?
The tray. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular. And with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
After being a little hesitant in the first, he looked much more intent on getting himself to the stripe.
Back to Clarkson. There's a screen. Rebound, Detroit. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And here's Irving. 15 points in the game. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the lead.
Clarkson kicks to Fry. Another one falls for Phoenix. There's a minute left in the third. Irving dishes to Crabbe. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Crabbe's got his third basket of the night right there.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And here's Chalmers for 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Adebayo's got his second basket of the night.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Irving passes to Parker. Got a hand on it. Here's Chalmers. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
So both teams changing it up here. Seven seconds left in the third quarter. Irving for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Irving's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Pistons.
Irving gets hot in no time. One of the most decorated scorers in the league.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Detroit Pistons. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back to the action after this word. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. They've got O'Neal. Curry is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Siakam in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And Chris, as you grew up a Piston fan being born in Detroit, which Piston were you the biggest fan of when you were growing up?
Oh, wow. By far, Isaiah, no question. Isaiah was the heart and soul of that team, a guy that was smile, but had the heart of an assassin that wanted to play and use everything that he had to get a win out of every game. The best small guard, in my opinion, the game has seen. His handles, his leadership. He was just a Chicago kid trying to make it. And then, of course, Joe Dumars and the fact that, he was just so solid, such a great guy for the community, such a heck of a 2-guard out there, a defender, a guy that can spread the floor. And, of course, Bill Laimbeer, his physical play. Bob Lanier, my man Rick Mahorn, Adrian Dantley, Mark Aguirre. Oh, I could keep going. Chuck Nevitt even was a Piston for a while.
No good from Connaughton.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Unable to get that one. Pistons leading by 8. There's Parker with the 3. The kick out to Irving. Pass to Connaughton. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Clarkson. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside. And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Now, he should heavily consider looking to his teammates as the game gets close. His shot just isn't falling.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Good leaper. Clarkson, he'll make you pay if you let him get to the rim.
And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
It had been a while since his last turnover. He has played very solid ball up until that point.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Well, guys, if you're the other team, you now have to find a way to answer back. Can't afford to give up too much momentum.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And the Suns call time. Green is checked in for Phoenix. Bean comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Jones is checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He told them, now's when you turn it on. Leave them in the rearview mirror. I know we can put these guys away. We'll see if they can deliver.
Okay, David, thanks. Irving kicks to Parker. Green with the block. And they get it back. And that one's good, Irving.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. And he knocks down the first one. And so Levine nails both of them.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Pass to Connaughton. Outside Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Levine. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Outside Green. He dishes it to Curry. Feeds to Valanciunas. Curry passes to Valanciunas. And Jones sends it back. Barnes outside. The pass to Connaughton. No good on the triple.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
The drive by Green. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
So aggressive in everything he does. You know, Draymond often causes as much contact as he takes.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Suns. He hits both from the stripe.
Great players understand the situation. Close game, he rises to the challenge.
Parker kicks to Irving. Irving double team. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Parker outside. Detroit, no good that time either. Suns trail by 3. Inside. And Green slams it in.
Oh, such a great understanding of the game. Draymond recognizes the defense. I mean, he realizes he needs to take that one himself.
Parker, a screen on Clarkson. Irving attacking. And the rejection by Valanciunas. It's stolen by Jones. Now Detroit moving it up. Parker kicks to Irving. There's the triple. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
We want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're behind by 1. 51 seconds left in the fourth. A different look here for Detroit. Todd has come in for Jones. And Crabbe subbed in for Pat Connaughton. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the dish to Barnes. Back to Parker. Irving passes to Gortat. Crabbe kicks to Irving. Out to Parker. Just 4 to shoot. There's Crabbe with a 3. The shot, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. Fast break, here come the Suns. Buries it.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
So that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're down by 3. 7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's what's your take?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, these are some of the toughest decisions. I mean, a good argument could be made for either case.
And so it's Phoenix who scraped by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.